Hello traders, it's Footy Trader from myfootballtrading.com. It's good to be back. I welcome to all of you. Thanks for joining me in this video. I was suffering from some kind of an infection last week and didn't record those videos. It is better now. I can speak. We'll see for how long. But yeah, really good to be able to record this video and have a look with you guys together on the list and at the market's opinion on various games. Now we'll start this again by looking at what happened last week. So last week ended in a little bit of red. If you can see this, this was my watch list. So it started pretty well with Union Berlin and Augsburg, then Newcastle, Chelsea as well. Valencia didn't make it against Celta Vigo. Cagliari Monza was really a scratch, and Tottenham Aston Villa was unfortunate. This one I should have traded better in play. That's really my fault. Here I should have -4, really not -40, because when Tottenham went 1-0 up, I had a chance to back Aston Villa. It was, I think, at 7 odds, 6 or 7. So here I really should have -4, but I don't. So we'll have to live with that. Then, so Ligue 1, that's that one. And then Everton, Manchester United, again, misplayed it a little bit. There was a point in the game that Everton was pushing, and I was seriously thinking that they will make it 1-1. Instead, they did not, and Manchester scored 2 goals. Lyon-Lille, easy stuff here. Lille winning comfortably. Juventus against Inter. That's nice as well. And Fulham against Wolves just got out of this. Probably should have played it better in play, but again, I was trading this while being unwell, so and that's my explanation at least. So -1994, not that bad really, especially given the fact that on the next day, so on Tuesday, I was able to win this one. AC Milan against Dortmund, just the market was telling us that Milan is twice as better approximately as Dortmund. I disagreed, and I had this position. Then Dortmund scored more goals, so that's plus 22.73. And then I've also had this trade where Real Madrid won, so I had to got 23.35. But this one won't be added to the results because it was just a halftime lay. It was not a part of my system. This one was Milan Borussia Dortmund, so this will be those 22.73 will be added to the overall results. So we can say that overall I didn't make any money or made small amount. But that's fine. We have a new week ahead of us, and we are starting our analysis again from the Premier League, and I'm ready to do it. All the categories have been adjusted. We have the list of the games. All that's missing are the odds, and I have them in front of me. So let's have a look together. We know what we can expect from many of the teams, and let's see what the market is trying to tell us. Okay, so Bournemouth against Aston Villa, and we have 3.43 and 202. Arsenal against Wolves, very strong favorites. Arsenal 127, 11.90. Brentford against Luton 148, again very strong, 687. Burnley against Sheffield United 182, 459. Chelsea against Brighton 175, 431. Liverpool against Fulham 126, 10.54. Manchester City against Tottenham, a big one, but nothing. The market is all over Manchester City, really. 128 and 981. Newcastle Manchester United 194, 389. Nottingham Forest against Everton 2.8 and 2.62. West Ham against Crystal Palace 205 and 3.75. As you will see, we will have games in midweek as well, but I don't want to analyze them now because we need more data, right? And we will have results of those games, which will be our additional data that we need in order to evaluate the other games properly, right? So let's just concentrate on those 10 games. Okay, so things I wouldn't touch and I wouldn't argue with. There is a couple of them. So Burnley against Sheffield, yeah, it's category 7, right? It's okay. The market is telling us that Burnley has a 55 almost chance of winning. Probably not, but it's not for me, right? I don't like getting involved where these poor teams are playing. Brentford against Luton and won't be involved in that, and Arsenal against Wolves not involved either. Now we have this one, Bournemouth against Aston Villa. Here, number 3 against number 6. This is so Aston Villa is great and really doing great, and for me this should be lower. This should be around, I would say, 175-ish, 18, not 202, yeah? And I am okay to invest in Aston Villa. Why? Because they are really doing great. I saw their last couple of games. Obviously, I saw them against Tottenham last week. So 202 is value for me. So this is something that I will add to the list. Chelsea against Brighton. I have both at the same category. So you say that, you will say, okay, so 175, Chelsea to be laid. I have a problem with Chelsea, really. I don't know what to make out of them, because on one hand, okay, so they've demolished Tottenham 1-4, right? But there was that red card. Then they drew with Manchester City, right? 4-4. And then out of the sudden they are, demolished by Newcastle 4-1. So what Chelsea are we talking about here? Do we talk about Chelsea who demolishes Tottenham and stops Manchester City? Or Chelsea that is being demolished by Newcastle? Or, before that game with Tottenham, they lost at home 0-2 to Brentford. I don't know, right? So it is, because of that, it's tricky, right? 175, I think it's an exaggeration. Chelsea is not 2.46 times better than Brighton at this moment. But there is that doubt that I have, right? And around what kind of team Chelsea is. So I will add it to the watch list. However, I will see whether I will get involved in this just before the game. Liverpool Fulham, it's a no. Manchester City Tottenham. Now, it is a yes for me, because there's no doubt that Manchester City are favorites, but at the very same time, you know, they are not 7.66 times better than Tottenham. If you look at it from a different perspective, let's say that Manchester City meets Tottenham in 100 games. So the market is telling us that City will win 78 out of those 100. Very simple question. Do you think they will win 78 out of 100 or less than that? I think less than that. Surely. And so they drew at Chelsea 4-4, right? They drew at Liverpool 1-1, and in the Champions League very recently they faced Leipzig from Germany, and they were 2-0 down, and they won 3-2. But I don't think they are 7.66 times better. So I will go with a yes, and probably will be looking at some in-play opportunities. For example, if Manchester City takes the lead and Tottenham on the pitch, right, they don't look that bad, it is an equal game, these odds will drop, right, from 128 to, depending on when Manchester City scores, but let's say around 115, 114, that will be a very cheap play, so potentially something to be involved in. Newcastle against Manchester United. Newcastle twice as good as Manchester United. Probably. I have them in the same category still, but it's they are next to each other in the table. Yeah, Manchester United 6th, Newcastle 7th. There is, however, a big difference in the goals, right? So Manchester United scored 16 and conceded 16, while Newcastle conceded 14 but scored 31. So Newcastle is plus 17, Manchester is 0. Yeah. Yes. So for me, in those circumstances, I would give credit to Newcastle at home, and I wouldn't go against them in this game. Nottingham Everton, however, I liked Everton when I looked at them. They had a very good run, really. They defeated West Ham, they defeated Burnley, they drew with Brighton, they defeated Crystal Palace, and in that last round they lost with Manchester United, but they weren't playing that bad, right? Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, won with Aston Villa, surprisingly, but then lost with West Ham, lost with Brighton. So overall, I believe, I feel Everton is a better team, and here I'm ready to invest in them. From what I saw, right, the market is telling us that they are equal. I would disagree. I would rather prefer Everton here. And West Ham against Crystal Palace, number 4 against number 5. The odds reflect what I think properly. So that's a no. Okay, so we have 4 potential entries, right? I mean, Bournemouth Aston Villa is pretty pretty sure I would enter the market there with those odds, right? If the odds drop to, I don't know, 1.8, then it's a no-go. Then Chelsea against Brighton, I think the market slightly exaggerates here. Chelsea is not 2.5 times better than Brighton. Manchester City, Tottenham, perhaps some in-play opportunities for a cheap lay, and then Nottingham against Everton. Everton have that extra motivation, right? Because they want to get out of that relegation zone. There are still 19th. You know that they had those 10 points deducted. They are 19th. They will want to get some points. So I think that may be a good opportunity. Okay, with that, let me know what your selections are, what you think about those games. Hit me up on Twitter. Send me an email if you want to have a longer conversation. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all your comments on Twitter. Appreciate all your support. Thank you very much for watching. And that's not it for today. I will be doing the reviews for the other leagues, so stay tuned for that. Bye bye.